Hello everybody. Can you hear us okay? Hello, hello. Great, we're using an external microphone, so I just want to make sure it was working because there's no little meters or anything. So, hello everybody. We just want to wait a few minutes for everybody to join. Anybody that's new to Periscope, you can share this broadcast with your friends by swiping right if you're using an Apple phone, or swiping up if you're on Android, and tap share. And also, if you're new and you don't know about hearts, you can click on the bottom right hand corner of the screen and send us some love. Thank you. Lots of love, great, thank you. This is our first Periscope, so if it all goes a bit pear-shaped, then yeah, it does. But I'm sure we'll be fine. If you've got any questions during the class, then please just shout up, and we'll do our best to answer them. Hello everybody. Yes, please tell us where you're coming from. It's great. Okay, I think we're about ready to go then. Romania, hello. Right, hello. Hello, I'm Jamie from Everything Art. I'm just going to show you some of the products that Cash is going to be using in the class today. So here we go. I'm going to pass the phone to Kasha. These are Prima Confections watercolours. They come in 3 different types, 3 different sets. This one is called Tropicals, this one is Classics, and this one is Decadent Pies. They're all come in these lovely little tins, so they're very portable and small. Got this little ring underneath, so you can hold them. If you're going to paint when you're out and about, you can put your finger underneath in there and hold it like that.
Yeah, like so a real painter.
So you've got a hand free there. These are what we call a half pan, and they're all removable, so if you ever want to later on replace them, you can pop a new one in, or if you want to make a custom set or anything. And this is removable as well, so you can put it on your desk for when you're working back at home. The Tropicals colours are quite bright and vibrant, like fruits. The Classics are more your traditional colours, reds, blues, white and black. And the Decadent Pies have got some pearlescent colours, some golds, and some more earthy tones in them. And we're going to be using them today with, let me just grab one. We're going to be using them today with this little watercolour paper pad. These are also from Prima. As you can see, they come in quite a wide range of sizes, from little tiny ones like a matchbox size, right up to a 12 by 12 sheets. If you buy one of these, you might notice that it's sticky on the top and the bottom, and you might think, oh, it's a mistake, but it isn't. They've done this on purpose because when if you want to paint directly onto the pad, it keeps it from, when you get it wet, it stops it from stretching and bowing everywhere. So it's designed to do that, so you can remove it later.
Terry, they are on sale already, and many retailers have them already. So I think they were released like
a few months ago. Yes,
so
they're not
surely
brand
find
new.
them.
But I think because they were new and everybody wanted them, that they might be a bit slow to restock in some shops. These are all, Prima use what we call a cold press paper, and cold press paper has like a texture to it. It has a slightly different effect. You also get a paper called hot press, which Prima don't actually do at the moment, but it's called hot press. And hot press, if you think of it like when you're, if you were ironing, you'd make it to be smooth. So cold press is dimply and hot press is smooth. These are all cold press.
Okay,
Sorry.
Jamie, there's another question. How do I separate the pages? Because I always stir them. I think with the...
Well, a palette knife's a good thing. Stick a thin palette knife underneath. We've already done this one, but use something like this and in there and along the edges.
Yeah, that helps always.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Where was I?
Oh yeah.
These are the cold press that give a slightly more textured finish. The hot press pads would be more vibrant with the colours. But as I say, all the Prima ones currently are cold press. I don't honestly know if they've got plans to do hot press or not, but cold press are probably more favoured with artists because they like the texture. Okay, I think that explains roughly what we're doing. Oh, one more thing. With brushes, you'll find with watercolour brushes, they're much softer than acrylic brushes. It doesn't mean you can't use an acrylic brush, but it's more easy to use an acrylic brush with watercolour than it is to use a watercolour brush with acrylics, because these are much softer. They're for moving around water, not for moving around the thicker bodies like acrylics. So and they will give a better effect with a watercolour brush, but it's not urgent. If you haven't got one, you can just play around with an acrylic brush. You'll be fine.
Our brush is getting hard.
Brushes are getting hard. It's great.
Yes, you can spy Frida. This is one of stamps there. I think Viva Las Vegas stamps. It's one of my favorite. Okay, but that was by the way, of course. No.
I'm going to hand you over to.
I'm going to grab these paints.
I'm going to grab these paints and do some painting. Okay. Okay, you good?
Hello. Hello everyone. Very nice to see you, though I can't see you. But it's very exciting for me to do this live show with Jamie because I used to do some Prima live shows, so this is a nice comeback for me through Periscope, a bit different way with Everything Art, but I really enjoy it, and I think Jamie also enjoys it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so what we're gonna do today will be some Bohemian Flowers. I called them Bohemian because they're watercolors and they will be in bright colors. So I think, yeah, they are a bit in this Bohemian style. First thing, I have to admit that I'm not a watercolor expert. I don't know all techniques. Maybe I do know some things, but I'm not like, whoa. So if I'll say something, you can always tell us in the comment, but I think what is nice is that I'm not a professional artist if it's about watercolors, so I can show you how does it look working with half pans from this side, so if you don't have any, experience, then this might be quite encouraging, I think. And our paintings will be very small, tiny, because they will be done on these little pieces of watercolor paper, and you can use them as a tag for a present. You can stick it on a card, you can gift together with a present, you can give as a thank you. So many possibilities, and I have to start talking a bit slower. Okay, Jamie, let's show the table.
Okay, let's go.
So first thing I will do will be to get a bit of water on in my pipette and put few drops of water on each half pan just to make these half pans wet, because of course they're dry, as you probably noticed. And if you never worked with watercolors that are in half pans or pans, you might be thinking, well, how do I paint with it? Well, it's so dry, like a stone. Well, you just put water and that's how you do. Easy. Pipette is a good tool for it,
Yes, she is very cute.
Thank you. I don't know how to react to that. Okay, so give it a few moments so they absorb water a little bit, getting softer. As Jamie mentioned, these half pans are coming in little tins, which are super nice. They're seriously the nicest metal tins that I ever had with watercolors. And as he showed you, you can take them out, which is great, but I also like to use these little spaces for mixing colors, as a palette for mixing colors. So I'm not taking them out today. I will be playing with them like that. Okay, I just put some water in my computer, no problem.
Gotcha. Darcy's asking, how do you like these watercolours against other brands?
Well, I like them. To be honest, I knew that Prima is a craft manufacturer, so I was thinking that maybe the quality will be a bit lower than other watercolors that I use, because watercolors that I used before, they were Senelia and Daler Rowney. And I was really surprised, actually. I think it's a really good product. They are vibrant colors. They paint nice. There is no, like, sometimes in watercolors that are cheap, like school...
like student grade, yeah, and things.
You can see like a little, like almost pigment, like little sand, after drying. It doesn't happen with these. They mix well. You have to be careful with mixing, but that's just watercolors. So I really honestly think that they are really nice paints, and you know they're also right price, I think, aren't they, Jamie?
Yeah, I think they're about £20 in the UK, perhaps $25 in the USA,
yeah,
something
so
like that.
that shows you that it is actually artist quality product. I think they
Yeah.
are good. I don't have a big how to say experience how it is with fading and stuff like that, but if it's about working, it's great. I really don't have any word to say about it because they're alright.
Okay, let's try
Let's
it.
do this. Okay, so I'm gonna tear a piece of this paper. Okay, and maybe another one right away. Okay. It's a really useful thing, but I'm doing it to work on a few pieces at the same time because we want to be dynamic, of course. Okay, my palette knife is always dirty. Okay, so what I've got here is a Daler-Rowney paintbrush for watercolors, Aquafine. The series is called. It's called One Stroke. I've never seen this name before, but what I'm trying to tell you today and show you is if it's about watercolors for me as not so experienced watercolors painter, the brush is really important tool. You can take advantage of its shape, which I will show you in a minute, and it's really important to have a good quality paintbrush. So if you can get yourself a set of proper watercolor brushes, I'm not talking about super expensive ones because they can be expensive, but just something in the middle, you know, and you'll see that there is a difference. Okay, so with this paintbrush, I will mix some of these. This is from Decadent Pies, so I'm just taking a little bit, and I will add maybe some of this. I always have a bit of paper towel just to make sure that there is not too much water on my paintbrush. And because this paper has texture, which some of you might like, some might not, but this is how you can use the texture actually, by smoothly just doing this. So you see the paint is on the texture actually. Maybe a bit more water. So you can see brush strokes. It's a nice idea for a pretty abstract background. Yeah, maybe you can do more realistic things with it, like sea or something. But there are experts, I'm sure. Okay, and we will leave. Well, okay, I will add just a little bit of gold. Okay, and I will leave it to dry now, so we can move to another thing. And now I will change the brush to one of my favorite brushes ever. Really, this is round. Is it round brush, Jamie?
Yeah, it's like a mop brush, isn't it?
Almost like a mop. I think mop is a bit thinner here. Maybe not, but it looks like round. It's from Pro Art, a series called Polar, and it's quite a big one. This is number 14. So it's a big beast. It's very soft, and I just love it. So this brush, this paintbrush, gives you very nice shape of petals, for example. So I will make some of this pink, almost like fuchsia. Is it fuchsia, Jamie?
Yeah, it's a fuchsia colour, yeah.
Jamie's better with colours in English. I'm better with colours in Polish. Okay, let's just test it. Yeah, it's great. Bit more water, not that much. And I'm gonna paint a little flower. So I will first maybe sketch it, you know, so I know in which direction petals are going. So when I'll get, you know, like excited about the paint, I won't get crazy. And you just put it on your paper, maybe a bit more water, press it slightly in the middle, and you got a petal, which is easy, but you can see the shape of the paintbrush. That's the thing, what does it. Not very difficult. If, of course, my hands wouldn't be shaking. That's how we do it. Very simple. The paint on this cold press paper will spread a little bit more than you can see here. So you'll see that in a minute. You know, watercolors are great. There might happen some accidents, but isn't it the beauty of watercolors? Now I got another brush, another shape. This is called rigger. And it's thin and long, so it's really nice for straight lines, for writing, for very, how do you say, when you want to work on details. So I will mix, maybe using just something else, just to mix some paints. I'll mix a bit of black with this purple, dark purple. More water. That is way too much water, of course. So it looks dark, but it will be pretty, you'll see. Maybe a bit more. You know, if it's about mixing colors with watercolors, I think it's a bit more difficult than acrylics, but you won't do this if you won't try it. You won't learn it if you won't try it. So that's what you have to do. It's very simple. You won't learn anything if you won't try. Yeah, that's pretty, pretty simple advice, but it's really true. Okay, so now I got this long paintbrush and some watercolor paint, and I will show you maybe an example somewhere here. That's my old painting. You see how nice and thin these lines can be. You can be very, very detailed with this friend. Okay, so I'm gonna make some kind of, how do you call this long thing that comes out of?
A stem.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and maybe make a bit of how you call this thing? Middle.
The middle, the centre, yeah.
The centre.
I don't know what it's called.
It's just part of a flower. If it spreads, because it was still wet, I can just stop it with my paper towel, but you know...
Stamen.
Yes.
That's what I'm being told.
Right. But that's a part of the look, and that's nice, I think. You know, you want to keep these characteristic things that are special about watercolors. And now when I have, of course, a lot of paint on my paintbrush still, I will draw a little frame. My hands are shaky. I don't have any problems, you know. Though it looks like that. It's just probably painting with watercolors, which are so risky, on a live Periscope first show ever, Everything Art show. That might be a bit more. It's just a little delicate frame. Very delicate, actually. Do you see this color? I'm not sure how well you can see it, but you know, it's black mixed with some purple. But
that's sorry. Oh dear.
That was the face. But it's a very dark purple with this black. It turned to be quite earthy. I don't know how to say. Maybe here you can see it, but doesn't matter. You have to try. That's a good way to make your try. Okay, and I'll make another one little thing here. Maybe just a few more. Just to make it a bit more interesting, not too boring. Are you there, everyone?
Everybody's here, yeah.
Everybody's
I like
here.
your flowers, Kasia.
Oh yes, yes, that's what I wanted to hear. But just let me, I think I'm getting a bit more too excited about this rigger, but just little one here. Okay, well, okay. This is the danger of watercolors, you know, this is the danger.
It's knowing when to stop, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's knowing when to stop.
No, yeah, it's actually stopping, not even knowing, just stopping sometimes, because you can easily overdose. And here I got another paintbrush, and this paintbrush is called, Jamie?
A filbert.
Filbert, exactly.
Named after the nut, the filbert nut.
Okay, nut, exactly. I didn't know that there was a nut called like that. And this, unfortunately, is an acrylic paintbrush, which I'm probably not allowed to use, as Jamie noticed at the beginning. But, you know, I didn't have such little nut.
Filbert.
So I have to use this one, but it's still quite a soft one. It's not like Hulk style brush or something. So it is okay. You'll see that it's all right. It's about breaking the rules, you know. So still the same color. And a bit more life to these little branches, so maybe we can add. So, you know, don't be afraid of turning your piece of paper, because you have to get your wrist comfortable to paint right, to paint pretty, to paint somehow. So rather than turning your wrist here and there and trying to make it comfortable, just turn the paper. This is so much easier. And the effect is a bit better, to be honest. I know that already. Okay, just one more, and here, a few of these guys. Right, and maybe, while I still have my rigger, wow, these names are difficult. I just do.
We're recording this, and it will be saved on our, is it called Catch? So you can watch it again later as well.
Yes. I added a few leaves, and we will now leave it to dry. Okay, maybe. You see, that's the thing. Getting too excited. Because it's so simple. If you got the right shape of paintbrush, it's super simple. You just need to play with it. Okay, I think this is dry. Maybe just a second.
Quick hair dry.
Very quick, very quick.
Move the light a bit more.
Okay, this is also what you probably shouldn't do, because it makes your colors a bit more faded if it's about watercolors and heating tool. But I did it very quickly, nobody could see. So, you know, it's for the show. So here I've got another paintbrush, which is a big version of this one that I'm not allowed to use, which was called like a knot.
A filbert.
A filbert, oh exactly. And I will mix some orange with some red. As you can see, they're mixing very well. Very nice bright colors. More red, more orange. Okay, let me just test it. Yeah, so here is the shape that we are going to use. Exactly. Sometimes the simplest words are the most difficult. Bit more water. You know, there is always, I hear this question, how to know how much water I should put on my paintbrush when I'm working with watercolors. And my answer is, you have to try. You have to do it yourself. Just get this paintbrush, get water, get watercolors, and try it, then you'll know. Because I can't tell you in millimeters how, millimeters? Yeah. Milliliters. How much, or, you know, exactly. You just have to try it. There is also different effect. When you're using less water, it looks more like almost sometimes acrylic paint. When you use more water, then it looks more like watercolor with more water. Okay, I think I have to stop to be trying to be smart. Okay, now let's sketch quickly the shape of the flower. And let's do this. Just gently touching the paper, really, nothing more. Okay, and now I will add a bit more this bright red here, a bright orange. To my mix, to make it a bit more alive and make this whole flower more interesting. And same stuff I'm doing. Okay, and now the small paintbrush, this
filbert.
Yes, with red, just pure red from this pan I'll use. More water, and to add some little details, you know. No questions?
No questions.
Wow. Great. Well, I'm not sure if it's great, but if you have any, just ask. You know, we are very happy to answer them all. Okay, and now I have here paintbrush, round paintbrush, but smaller. Now you can see the size of my favorite beast. Much bigger, yes? So this one's smaller, this one's bigger. I will use now the smaller one. And I will mix a little bit of green. This is from set Decadent Pies. It's a nice green, you know, very nice for leaves and stuff like that. And this green, not enough water, but it doesn't matter. Okay, some water, little test. You can always test it, of course, on the same kind of paper, because I have some cold press paper here, and if I would, it looks different, you know, on every kind of paper. So I'm just making a little, how is this thing called, Jamie?
Stem.
Stem, exactly. Oh, it's so nice to have Jamie, you know. Okay, and some little leaves. And it's important with watercolors. Maybe I'll use rigger for that because it's a little thing.
Do my best.
It's very important with watercolors when you paint, for example, like flowers, to not paint the contour first and paint other contours and other leaves and then try to fill it in, because then you will always see this contour. And the beauty of watercolors is that you have this, Jimmy, help me, this watery... yes.
Exactly, this thing.
This thing. Yeah, we're doing a good job.
Yeah, we're great at words, aren't we?
So this is the... So don't do the contour, that's exactly what I've done here.
No borders. Borders? Maybe borders?
Yes, absolutely.
Outline.
Please don't be... Just wait. Bored. Yes, that was my idea, exactly. Borders, what kind of... Oh, yeah, anyway. So, you know, we will add these borders to every little card, so they are in the same style. So if you give some... If you'll make your whole family happy with little tags from you, they will always remember that they are from this person. Because this person does borders. It's always nice to have a little thing that you do only, you know. Okay, so we'll leave it to dry, of course. And then I need another piece of paper, so I'm gonna... and maybe another one at the same time. Is anybody there?
Yes, there's many people here.
And you.
And me, I'm still here.
Okay, another piece of paper, and now we are going to paint some little leaves that are in my favorite color. And I'm going to do this with this round paintbrush, which is here in this medium size. But first you will have to mix some colors. So you see, in one set there are 12 colors, but you can make so much more with them. It's not only 12 colors that you have to use. You can use them all in many different combinations.
They're not chatting much, they're all concentrating.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Now that I'm stressed, I'm super stressed now. Some blue. Concentrate. No. You know, it's so nice that we can do this live video, because this interaction is just amazing. I absolutely love it. And with this blue, Mr. Cameraman.
Yes.
With this blue.
This blue is, yeah, it's like a duck egg blue, isn't it? Almost.
Yeah, it's a very nice one. I like it a lot.
Thank you. Said you're doing great.
Oh, thank you. Doing my best here. Okay, let's see if that's the right color. I wanted to make
Bit
it
lighter.
a bit lighter, but maybe with this one. I think I was mixing it with this one. Oh no, with this one. Now I remember. Okay, that's the right one, I think. I think so. Okay, probably on the camera you can't see it that well, but it is a nice color. Okay, little sketch, which helps me not to get too crazy.
Yes, riggers are great, but I love my rigger brush.
Yes, so I will use now.
If I can ever get my hands on it.
Wait, is this one yours? Okay, little things. Jamie only knows how they're called. You would think I can't learn really, but I can.
It's not a word you use every day.
No.
What are you painting?
What am I painting? I'm painting little leaves.
Leaves. We're painting some leaves next.
Okay, yes.
I say we.
Exactly. I'm the one who works here. Okay, so now this paintbrush, because it's like almost pointy, as you can see, it helps me to work on details and work on some bigger pieces, because it's very fat here. So it's a really nice one, very useful. And if you don't have one, get yourself one and you are going to love it absolutely, because it's super versatile, I think. Okay, and another one.
What is that called? Sorry, what is what called, Terry? Ah, the brush. What are you? Just a round brush?
Yes, a round brush.
Yeah, we're just a standard round brush.
Watercolour one, of course.
Watercolour brush, yeah.
Okay, maybe let's make them a bit fatter, because it looks quite sad. Okay.
I don't think they're particularly short. Only the bristles. No, they're not particularly short. It might just be the focus on the camera. Hold on. It's hard to get it in focus.
Okay, I lost the rigger, and I heard that you like... Oh, it's here. Okay, I'll make another one. So rigger is really nice for little ones, you know. They're just so easy with it. Alright. And now, the difficult bit. If you dare, maybe let me just try to do something else. The border, of course, before I move to something else, before I completely destroy it. So you see, these colors are really vibrant, Darcy. If you're still there, I think you can see that it's really nice paint. Nothing more I would expect, really. I would really expect only one thing, but that is a Prima thing, that there would be some spare pants to buy if you run out of, but maybe there will be available to buy one day. So I will write thank you now.
Okay.
I will write it here, and if it will be a disaster, well, what can I do? Okay, this is a better. Okay.
You can breathe again now.
I can breathe. Okay, now I'll add some with this paintbrush. I'll add some little marks, which I also like very much. Okay, that's a cable. And just leave it to dry. And we'll do another one. Now it's going to be something similar, but with 2 colors on it. Actually, even 3 colors. I have a smaller paintbrush. I have my rigger, smaller round paintbrush. I have my rigger as well. And using this green that I have from previous painting, I'll add a bit more of this green. Okay, works. I'll attempt a stem.
Yes, she's learnt the word.
By the way, those who don't know us, I'm from Poland originally. More than a year now living in England. So I'm learning, but there are still some words. Okay, and now, oh sorry, I just got a bit carried away. And I heard once a rule that actually I think works with stems as well. Rule about painting petals with your watercolors, that you should always start from the place, you should always paint them how they grow, you know, so you always start from here. I think it was actually about painting a rose, and maybe that wasn't really right. Okay.
And Darcy's saying that she likes how the different brushes can make such different effects.
Oh yes, that's amazing. That's exactly something you have to find out after trying. Like, wow, okay, this is different and this is different. Same paint, same hand, but with some brushes, some things are just so much easier. Okay, and I'll.
Someone's asking whereabouts in Poland you're from. I missed who it was. I'm sorry.
My parents are originally from a little Świercza, which is very close to Warsaw, and Warsaw is in the middle, in the center, so it's like a capital, big city. And in Warsaw I lived for 7 years. Okay, I am painting now some leaves, using a bit more water this time, and you'll see in a minute why. So it's still wet. I'm being fast, which is probably not a good thing with watercolor.
It's a very vibrant green, isn't it?
Yes, it's very vibrant green. I love this green. It's a mix of 2. One from one set and one from another, but well, it's gorgeous. Okay, so these are still wet, you see, and now on the same paintbrush I'm getting a little bit of this almost duck egg blue, and just a little dot here, so it spreads and it looks like pretty natural, I think. If it doesn't want to spread, then add some more water, but this spreads. I need more green though. Okay. No border this time.
No border.
No border. Huh?
Break the rules, Kasia.
Oh, she's crazy. This woman is
crazy.
She's breaking the rules all the time. Okay. And, oof. Last piece of paper. My palette knife is dirty. And the last little drawing, again with this favorite paintbrush, so you can understand why is it favorite. I need some good pink. Or maybe red. Let's just say this. And with this fuchsia. Some water. Let's just test it. That's the right word. Great. And now I will attempt to paint a little like a tulip or Yeah, like
tulip.
a tulip that is not completely open spread. Do you know what I mean? Okay. How to do that, but I think I remember now. Okay. So it's just really, again, taking advantage of your shape of your paintbrush with this one.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe. It has this lovely curve here that helps you to do that. Can you imagine trying to achieve such curve with this paintbrush? That would be a disaster. So with this one, tulip is pretty simple. It's a bit too low because I didn't sketch, as you can see, but doesn't matter now. And now when I still have this color, I'll just make a little edge. A bit different. Maybe I will use, this is like my test sheet. So now this paintbrush is helping me to create like a little border marks that are also quite nice, aren't they? Okay, that's the longest part. Okay, done. And now I need some green. Little round paintbrush. Little round paintbrush is here. And some green. What kind of green? Maybe this. Let's go wild now. This is how I get wild. Okay, some water. This is still wet. I can see it, that it's still wet. So when I'll put a little drop, it will spread immediately. Sometimes it spreads way too much and you wish you could stop it, but you can't. But this is okay, acceptable. Okay. Okay, we'll leave it to dry now. It's a pretty bold combination of colors. And I will get back to this one. Oof. This one is almost dry now, but I think I can handle it. And I will add some background because, like I said, I love this, how watercolors are very inaccurate, not inaccurate, but
random, aren't they?
Exactly, exactly.
Not quite so uniform.
Exactly, so I will mix some yellow with orange, maybe. They're quite dry now. And we'll paint just around it. More water just to make the color a bit more delicate light. Almost to the edge, but not quite. This is how I like to do it, but if you want to be more accurate and create perfect background for your watercolor, for your flowers or whatever you're painting, you can also use some masking fluid. I don't know if you know about this thing, but masking fluid is the fluid that you paint with on top of your flower, and when it's dry, you can paint the background. It works like resist, and then you can, after everything is dry, you can just rub it off and you got a perfect background with perfect flower. Flower isn't touched. I'm not sure if that was a good explanation, but
Yeah, it's like a liquid latex, isn't it?
Oh, well, thank you. You could say that a bit earlier.
Yeah.
A bit more brighter orange. Maybe this one. Sometimes when you have so many colors, it's very difficult to decide. But okay, and this will dry now. And while this is drying, I can do the same with this little painting. Which colors? Which colors? Which colors? Ooh, Jamie. Oh, so difficult. So difficult. I need help.
Any suggestions? What colours?
What colours around this flower? What do you think? Yeah, it would make a fabulous fabric, actually. You're right. I think we have like a bit of lag, yeah, so we...
Blue? Orange?
Orange, okay. Orange, okay, okay. That's what we're gonna do then.
Oh, lots of blues now we're getting.
Okay, I will make orange and then I will have a surprise for those of you who love blue as well. Maybe you know what? I can add some of this as well. A bit more water to make the edge more, I say,
Uneven.
Uneven, exactly. I know this word actually. Okay, and we'll leave it to dry, and while this is drying, I can come back to this one. And if you feel like your painting is lacking impact, then you can always add some black ink with your metal nib. And this is what we're going to do. You know, just some contrast to make it pop.
Make it pop. No, there's no Yorkshire there.
What does that mean?
No Yorkshire in your accent, is there?
Well, of course there is.
Maybe Derbyshire. A little bit of Derbyshire.
Yes, a bit of, I don't know, really. I think a bit of Polish. Okay, and just on these elements that I painted, I will just draw with my metal nib. Polish Yorkshire, that's funny. You know, I love this thing about accents. James is so good at making, like, pretending different accents. He's just great. He's a very funny guy. He's not saying anything. I don't know if there are many Wanderlust students. Are there any Wanderlust students watching us?
Yeah, there's some.
Well,
definitely,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you something. Always when you watch Jamie's videos, probably, he's like quite serious because he's talking about serious stuff, you know, and he's like, you know, serious guy. And you would think he's a serious guy. But he's absolutely the funniest guy ever. He can be so funny. Oh no, I can laugh for hours, and it will, even same jokes, you know, like few times a day, same joke, and it's always funny. So even though Jamie seems a serious one on these videos, he really isn't. Is that true, Jamie? Can I laugh at your jokes?
I don't know what to say.
I can laugh at your jokes for hours. Okay, here I will write a little thank you. Because I am
Busted, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm crazy. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, absolutely. Piece of art.
Piece of art.
And now, just a magic trick for those of you who like this kind of stuff. My metal nib is full of ink. My finger's here.
Okay, I'm going to stand away a bit. You missed, Kasia.
I missed, because that is how it is. It is how it is, Jamie. That was on purpose, of course. Okay, so we got a bit of arty situation here.
Oops.
Oops. What does that mean? Oops. Thank you for hearts. That is so nice. Thank you, guys. Okay, now this one is dry. We're gonna do the same.
Make it pop.
Make it pop. You see, it adds actually a lot. This little playing with your ink. Contrast is really nice. Any ideas what kind of flower can that be?
I guess it's a hyacinth, is it?
Exactly. You're good with these flowers.
Pretty.
And these little ones as well. Come here, you little monkeys. And the border, because why not? We are allowed to do whatever we like with our borders. Yes, anyone could do that, Catherine. Anyone could do that.
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. You just get your paintbrush. I'm sure you got at least one of those that I used if you do anything with paints. And just do this. I'm telling you, it will be easy. And here in this one, I'm sending love with this one. If you don't like your handwriting, you can stick a sticker or write it on your, type it on your computer, print it out. Okay, this guy is ready. Then another one. This definitely lacks impact. Definitely. And probably a bit more everything. Okay, I might even do this thank you again, so it doesn't look odd for the rest.
I think you make more effort, don't you, when you've got a nib pen? It's sort of more like an art form, so it sort of makes you write nicer, I think. It's just like a mental thing as much as anything.
Yes, absolutely. And I also like about metal nibs the fact that you can control it that it like replies to your hand, you know what I mean? That it's like I push it harder, then the line is thicker, and yeah, I think.
And that randomness you get with it, because it's scratchy, especially on this paper which is textured.
Yes.
You get this sort of scratchy, you're not quite sure randomness.
There are some happy and unhappy accidents sometimes, but that's the beauty of it, I think. Okay, and the last one, which is, of course, wet, so very quick. Very quick one. I think that was a good choice, this orange.
Yes,
wasn't
nice.
it? Okay, nib pen, and we're doing it. Okay, I will be very fast now, I promise, with this border, because this nib pen, you see the shape of it? It can make such a nice mark. I really like it. So with the border, very quickly, maybe I even won't do it all.
Thank you.
Yeah, we like ATP. Just to add this randomness to it, I'm doing it, you know, so it looks more handmade. Some people are trying to make their watercolors to look like they are printed with like a picture, you know. I like this randomness, I like this handmade look, that it actually doesn't look so realistic, that it has some character. Okay, and that's it. Was I writing anything on this one? I don't think so. No. For those of you who wanted blue, ta-da, there's blue. Very quickly. You know, I was just doing with my right hand. because as you notice I use left, so for this I was using right. And I'll show you them all now, all together. The background probably isn't the best. Okay,
Exactly.
I forgot.
It's like Blue Peter.
Blue Peter? Who's Blue Peter?
That's a TV program where they used to make them before.
Oh. I didn't make anything before.
Oh.
Okay, that will be fast, because I think we're probably, I don't know, what time is it even?
Yes, I think I am, aren't I?
What are you?
Somebody just says I'm showing my age.
Okay, these are our things. You can use them as tags for presents. You can use them as cards. You can put them on your cards, stick them on your cards. Yes, we will do more periscopes, definitely. Thank you for all hearts and all nice comments. It's very, very
Yeah, it's been really nice. Thank you,
lovely
everybody.
to do it for you.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very, very much.
So we've got this catch thing, so if you want to watch it again, it's on this catch, and we'll also post it in the Wanderlust forum as well.
Yes, and on our Facebook it will be there, and on our Twitter. And
thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
And see you soon.
See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
You can stop it now.